As I hate hell, all Montagues, and thee. Have at thee, coward.
So, why Romeo and Juliet? What was so special about this play that drew you to it? Why this play?
I think it was because what I particularly liked about this play was the way that Romeo and Juliet, and particularly Juliet, comes of age. These two characters do not, they travel very definite arcs. Romeo in particular starts off as really not the most savory of young men, and by the end of it he redeems himself. And Juliet is kind of the 1595 version of a valley girl at the very beginning. But by the end she becomes one of the great heroines of Shakespeare, so that attracted me more than anything. And I just think it's exciting. I looked upon it as being a play of excitement as opposed to a play with romance.
Now, as you mentioned, yes. Juliet is one of the great heroines of Shakespeare, and certainly this is one of Shakespeare's best known and most performed plays. So what makes this production unique?
I think it's the way that we've tried to approach it. I was quite clear from the beginning that I didn't want a play that wallowed in romance and breathless looks at each other and heaven knows, overage Romeo and Juliet who really shouldn't be doing it. I'm somehow reminded that of actors in their early 40s doing this, which I think is ridiculous. However, I digress. So the other thing that I think was unique about this show for Kanata Theatre was we went out of our way to pull out all the stops. It's a complicated show. We've made it quite complicated. We've tried to stuff it with various items. We've tried to tell a variety of stories. We've tried to emphasize relationships between certain characters that perhaps most theatre goers might not be aware of. So that's made it particularly intriguing to all of us.
Awesome. And how would you say the fight work complements this vision that you have of this show?
Well, it will make the show first of all boosts the excitement level a great deal. Suddenly you take a romance that everybody knows. Oh yes, well, they fall in love and they kill each other, or they kill themselves. But it makes it more of an adventure story, and it permits us to really make use of the villains of the show. Just as a huge generalization, the villains might be Tybalt, and in this show, Paris. So that's what's added to the show. And then the other item that I think is going to be very interesting once we go into production will be the reaction of the audience to blades being wielded this fast, this well, this precisely.
Prince is saying his lines.
Dude, villain Capulet!
Kinda.